Greetings, gentle viewers.
And howdy, howdy.
Well, we were right. I'm honestly not surprised by that, but that doesn't mean that it's happy.
Yeah.
Wait, I was about to just... But that's the Necronomicon, is it?
Yeah.
Might need that. Speaking of needing the Necronomicon, we're completely normal.
Yes, I'm We Squared.
I'm the Opinionator. This is the third one we've recorded this week while we're sick. So now our energy and coherence is surely going down, which actually probably means that we'll make it through this pretty fast. The downside is we might not have any idea of what's going on at the trial. No, I wanted to look at the door.
Well, the door is, I guess it's not open, is it? Yeah, it's closed. Okay.
Well, we're gonna need to get to investigating the doors. The doors were locked. We have to figure out how somebody got in here.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible someone got in from up here somehow.
Pipes.
Yeah.
See? Like they could get out via that way. Now, I don't know where the pipes connect to, but that's something to look at. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
And why the... Oh, that's ink. Okay. This door is the lab's back door.
Is this...
This door has a sliding lock, and it's still locked.
That's true.
And because no one has used this door since we came in here, I believe Angie locked this door when she came in, and it's been locked ever since.
Hey.
Oh, wait. What's this?
Yes.
Look, there's something gold and shiny on the tab of the sliding lock. It's the gold flakes from the replica katana. Gold and shiny. Could that be...
Is that all right?
Maki, may I see it for a minute? I want to try moving the sliding lock.
So what?
You want to unlock it? Go ahead, do what you want. I carefully touched the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts, and softly slid the lock open.
Okay.
Click. Just as I suspected, this lock will slide without much effort.
So that means that at some point someone utilized the katana to lock it.
Could happen that way, yeah. I mean, it's possible that it just got flecked on there from stabbing the Kaede figure.
That's true.
But someone could have just pushed it. Whether you lock it or unlock it. This could be an important clue. It is nice to look at this and not immediately know what happened.
Yeah, I agree.
Moves at the slightest touch.
Yeah, I feel like that's important.
I'm curious about this rear door too, but there's something else that bothers me. The lock on the front door that we used to enter this room. Shouldn't we investigate the front door too, like you already tried to? I'm gonna take a closer look at it. Maki walked over to the front door.
Hey.
I just want to confirm something. When we got to this lab, you're sure that the front door was locked?
Okay.
Yes, I'm positive. We know this.
Yeah.
I mean, Kokichi had to open it.
Yeah. If it was just jammed or something, Kokichi wouldn't have been able to pick it.
I grabbed the lock and tried to turn it. Click, 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 click. It really is locked.
I knew it.
The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. Click, click, click.
Clack.
Clack. There. Open says me. Boo. This is really lame. Can we stop doing that?
Shut up, flashback, Kokichi.
So he picked this cylinder lock open.
Hey.
Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
Well, sure, it's possible someone else knows how to lockpick.
That's true.
It would have been impossible from the outside. The Monocubs took the key.
Okay, here it is. But there's only one key, so don't lose it.
I have a hankering for some key anchoring. Nom nom nom. It'd be bad if you lost it. You wouldn't be able to lock the door or open it from the outside. Do you got it? This is foreshadowing. Let me see that delicious key. Monodum swiped the key from Monophony and then lifted it to his mouth. Nom! Nom!
Ah, he ate it!
Precious minerals and metals!
Then...
So Kokichi is the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside, right?
Well, again, that's assuming that he's the only one with lockpicking experience.
We can't just determine this immediately.
Right?
Well, correct. Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from, and this part's important, outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping somebody from walking up, knocking on the door, coming in, and I mean, I don't know how they get out with and still lock the door behind them through a door.
Yeah.
That's what I mean is through a door. However, like those weird pipe things, it seems like that's a good way out. Anyways,
Hirsch.
I am. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased.
Huh?
So the front door was locked from inside the room.
No.
Not necessarily, I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors. Still, it's strange that the front door and back door have different... Help!
Yes, excellent. Going quite well.
I have no stamina and shortness of breath. I mean, I don't have any problem breathing, but I do when I'm doing lines. Blah. I hate myself.
I hate you too, buddy.
Still, it's strange that the front door and back door have different locks. She wasn't there for the explanation.
Yeah.
The front door that we came in from has a cylinder lock, and the rear door over there has a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked.
Is this...
In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right? Locked, huh?
You're right.
Yeah, the cylinder lock's key was taken by the monocups, so both doors could only be locked from the inside. But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right? He didn't just come in, pick the door, and then murder Angie and then leave, right?
Yeah.
And we do have to make sure that he didn't.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
No, of course he didn't do that.
But we do have to rule him out.
I don't know how, though.
Well, I'm sure when we get there.
He could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door to go in and out of the lab. So he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie.
I actually don't know if you can lock a door with lockpicking.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
As from what I understand of it, it only goes one way.
I don't know. I have a complete paucity of knowledge.
Yes.
If I remember correctly...
That's true.
That's right.
Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves.
Yeah, but he's always doing that.
Maki wouldn't know because she's only recently joined the party, so to speak.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know that Kokichi has kind of always been shadowing Shuichi, making sure that he can get where he needs to get. Or has someone around to, see things.
Yeah.
He really has done that the whole game.
I knew it.
He's clearly suspicious, as usual. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient.
Yeah.
I also don't think that Kokichi would be that straightforward.
Yeah.
Well, this says he can lock it, so...
No? Okay.
Hey! Hey, look at that!
What?
Couldn't you just get in right there and then climb up?
That's
Like-
a really small pipe, but yeah, I suppose it's possible.
Small? Look over here.
Okay.
I mean, let's say you were very slender.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I'm just saying...
I can't help but notice that the thing hanging by the back door is Kaede's doll with the sword on it. So someone could have pushed it, gone out the door, and try and make it swing shut so it hits the lock and locks it on the way back.
Oh yeah, absolutely that. When you see that the door goes both, that the sliding lock goes both ways easily and is flecked with gold, and the sword is right there.
Yeah.
That is in fact it. Well, Miyu, you got anything to contribute?
Of course not.
This busty, brainy beauty has this all figured out, but I'll wait until you guys are done. Once, I was gonna say something witty after that, but we don't have nearly enough brain power and are really kind of tired, so you'll just have to forget the ad-libs for now. They all suck anyway.
Huh?
What? You mean you know who the culprit is? Who is it?
What was that?
Huh? The culprit? Fuck that!
Hey,
Shuichi, do we really have the time to be listening to her?
Wait!
Hey, wait, God damn it! Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea?
What?
Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me. Give me attention. Please, listen.
Okay.
Okay, what do you got? Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell you.
Might twist your neck.
You better thank me for this. You can build a statue to my greatness.
You know,
I know y'all are dumber than fleas, but even you get how weird these wax dolls are, right? But they are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
We were literally told they're for the ritual.
But we don't really know what that means other than for the ritual.
Correct, but why is he asking that question? He knows they're for the ritual.
well then.
But I figured it out with just one glance. These are diversions.
Could it be...
Diversions, huh?
Listen up!
Yep, the culprit used these wax dolls to distract us from something.
Got a minute?
Okay.
What do you mean by that? Well, it does kind of make sense. Like big, scary, flashy thing to make us figure out how someone could have worked the wax dolls into everything, but it turns out they just really didn't matter.
Ah, I see.
However, I think you're right about the swinging sword, at least so far. What do you mean by that?
What?
Well, how should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Homo's job?
I knew it.
You're a waste of time. Maki turned and walked away. The proper way to deal with Miyus everywhere.
What was that?
Huh? The hell's her problem? She on the rag or something? So Angie made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the details, you know? Let's just see how detailed these really are.
Red.
Red! Miyu tried to look up the wax figure's skirt.
Hey!
What are you doing? Stop that!
What?
I just wanted to see if this doll was wearing panties. What did you think I was gonna do, you perv?
That's kind of perverted.
Wait, do you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend is a doll now?
Oh my god.
See, she'd actually been not so bad for a while.
And then here we go, back to form.
You know, saying like the worst possible things.
Yeah.
Ha! Fucking virgin!
If you like wax dolls so much, then go fuck the doll already.
Okay. Go away.
Red, go away. I'm starting to agree with Maki. Talking to Miyu is a waste of time. Starting? Hey, we gave her a long chance.
Yeah. And she was doing good for a while.
We tried to see the good in her. I hope we can look at the ropes and stuff.
I'm sure when we go to Angie's body, we'll be able to look at everything.
Maybe. No, we'll get to microscope eyes in a sec.
No. I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Huh?
Huh. Tenko, why do you say that?
Oh, it's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was part of that whole thing too. Her betraying the student council was that she brought people to talk to Angie
Yeah.
instead of be bossed around.
No.
So you suspect Tenko, huh?
Actually,
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into this lab.
oh yeah.
That's right. Angie did allow members of the student council to enter her lab.
Oh.
Yeah, Angie had been shut away here working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice. Speaking of voices, I don't have one.
It does sound like you're suffering pretty badly.
It's not pleasant.
Hopefully you'll be better next week.
I hope so too.
That's true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council, after all.
No.
It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been let in here.
So Angie only let in student council members.
And then we learned that Korikyo is excellent at mimicking people's voices.
That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious. Fair enough, we ought to look at it.
Yeah.
Again, Himiko was there after everyone left.
Yeah.
And we saw Tenko go to bed. That doesn't mean that she did.
Yeah.
Well, we just need more information, of course.
Why?
A murder at nighttime is strange. Impossible, even.
Impossible!
Why?
Why do you think that?
Right.
Because student council made rule that we know can be outside during nighttime.
I was outside during nighttime.
Oh. Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at nighttime.
So, what happens if somebody rebels against an unjust rule?
Going to not understand what you say.
You.
Do you really think everyone would just go along with that rule that they had no input in?
But
in Atua's rule, Angie say he punish us if we not follow his rules.
But the student council wasn't included in that, correct? They could do whatever they wanted. Which is why it's probably not someone from the student council.
Yeah.
Because they keep trying to push that. Angie was also working here at night.
Huh? She was?
But
No way! Student council would never break own rules.
Well, Gonta, I have to introduce you to the real world. It may be slightly different from the magic forest kingdom that you're from.
right.
They should have been asleep in own rooms to set good example to others. Maybe Angie got attacked while she sleep in her room and get brought here?
Okay, I suppose that could have happened.
Yeah.
Do you have any proof? Anything that would suggest that?
It could have happened.
Yeah, I grant that it could have happened. I'm gonna need to see something that suggests it, though.
Gonta, idiot.
If so, Gonta could have saved her. If only Gonta saw.
Oh, look, that face. That's what you look like, Billy.
Yeah, but just leaking.
Leaking.
But Gonta was sleeping. Sorry, Angie. Gonta no could save you.
I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council rule.
Gonta would probably be the only one to doggedly follow the rules.
Yeah, probably so.
The idea that someone would break it was just so shocking to him.
Maybe Kibo as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, the only thing left is... yeah.
Angie's body. She's lying face down in the middle of the room.
What's wrong?
Are you going to take a closer look?
Okay.
Yeah, I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. Maki didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She has no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin.
Here we go. Yeah, that mallet looks suspicious.
Yeah, nothing from it, I guess. Who was it that wrote the Necronomicon? Abdul Al-Hazred? Something like that?
Yes. The Mad Arab.
Huh. This book. The instructions for the resurrection ritual are written in the Necronomicon. And by performing the ritual as written, you can resurrect one deceased victim. Yeah, he just said one right there.
Yeah.
I knew it.
This was the motive. And this is ridiculous, but the Necronomicon.
Hey,
Angie tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right?
Okay.
Yes. If we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's take a look.
And hopefully our souls will not be cursed.
This does not look like something.
Oh my god.
I'm an expert. That's why I wrote this handy manual. It's so easy, anyone can do it. Even a monkey, even a bear. What's a ritual? Preparing the effigy. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name. Sprinkle the
Sprinkle the ass?
ashes. You should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means
Oh my.
the Necronomicon Resurrection Ritual. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. You know, I don't know what horror manga looked like in the 70s, but like those super bloodshot eyes with the exaggerated shape. You see a lot of that in Go Nagai stuff.
Yeah.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success.
They have now become the hungering dead and are eager to feast on your living flesh.
Hooray! The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once per Necronomicon, so use it wisely.
Okay.
So, these are the steps for the resurrection ritual. Is this book authentic? I don't know.
this is stupid.
Angie really believed in this crap? It's pretty obvious that you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out.
Yeah.
Maybe we really are in the New World program, you know? If we find out that someone did get brought back, well, that will tell us something about our location.
Yeah.
The most important thing to note is that the Necronomicon did not get burnt.
Yes.
So there was nothing about her being tapped on the back.
Right.
The wound may have been from the bat, but she just hadn't gotten that far.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. The 4 effigies hung upside down makes the scene particularly eerie. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams on the ceiling.
If I remember correctly,
Angie made all of these wax figures.
Hey,
Is this rope from the warehouse?
you're right.
I believe so, and that means they won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that can be used for murder. Were we just mistaken? We might have been, because we're not on our A game right now. Wasn't the hanging upside down actually part of the ritual?
Not according to what the book said.
That's true. That's true. You're right. It was based on something somebody else said, but I suppose that's completely overwritten by reading the book and the description of the ritual. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So that means that the killer did string them up.
Yes.
Huh. Well, I know that these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out.
that's true.
The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies, too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented.
By the way,
Why is the effigy hanging upside down? Is this part of the ritual? Well, we just discussed that, so presumably not.
what is it?
If it's not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? If they're gonna do this much work, there must be some reason for it.
Perhaps someone who already has a head for rituals? Mayhaps he was performing a different kind of ritual.
Bum, bum, bum. Well, no, I think you absolutely nailed it immediately, that it's meant to, like, look all crazy and creepy.
Yeah, and also to lock the door.
But mainly it's to provide a setting that he can use to get in and out of the room.
Yeah.
What could that reason be? Who would do this? The culprit, Angie, or someone else entirely? How did they hang the effigies?
I mean, there's scaffolding nearby.
How'd they get on the scaffolding?
Well, we climbed it. I mean, like, you see it right there?
Ah,
You just
okay.
climb up it, yeah.
And then once you get up there, you're basically
Yeah,
in,
there's
like
plenty of handholds up there.
you're in a platforming level. Okay. So the only one that would really matter then is this.
Yeah.
Bah!
Well, maybe the sword. Ah, there we go.
A katana stabbed into Kaede's wax effigy.
Damn it!
Who did this? And why?
Got a minute?
Let me see. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy.
Ah!
Oh wait, this is a crime scene! You can't!
What is it?
You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
Because...
Yes, true, but we have to preserve the scene.
This is an atypical situation, my man.
Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while.
Is this...
It's a real katana, but there's gold leaf on it. Also, I guess we found our murder weapon.
Yep.
Again, got a twofer.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's the one that was on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. Huh, is that so?
Okay.
We can probably assume this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstains on the tip. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
But...
But why would they go through the effort of using this as the murder weapon?
That's true.
Good question. Anyone could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon.
It's close. I mean, you know.
There is that.
Could it be...
Perhaps it's because, like Billy said, Korekiyo's lab is on the same floor, so they just grabbed something close by? They may have been in a hurry.
Well,
Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this.
Huh?
A long weapon? A weapon that might be able to hit the lock?
okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords
It
or
doesn't?
or any weapons of this length,
It doesn't?
even though we're gonna go and look and see like the long weapons that it has there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Thought there were pole arms. Huh. You sure about that?
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work. When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. I haven't used a sword since, which is fine because they're a hassle to carry anyway. I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. But how did they know all this? Something memories data.
Yeah.
Anyway, the gold leaf on this katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hand now.
Okay.
It must be pretty old, hint, 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 for the gold leaf to flake off that easily.
Got a minute?
Why didn't you say so earlier? Oh, my hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later. Maki scolded me, then stood in front of Kaede's effigy.
Hey,
I'm going to put the katana back where we found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away.
Okay.
Thank you. I averted my gaze, and Maki stabbed the katana back into the wax effigy.
by the way,
Even so, why was a weapon stabbed into the wax effigy? A hanging wax effigy, no less. Yeah, they're really trying to get you to that lock.
Yeah.
Was it part of the ritual? Or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon? Not at all.
Not at all.
Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide the murder weapon than this.
what are you talking about?
Then, since we keep talking about it, there must be a reason. What is the reason for this? What do you think?
That's...
Ba 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 ba!
Well,
We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there.
okay.
The Ultimate Anthropologist Lab? Yeah, let's do that. I want to make sure the katana indeed came from that room. And if you look at the whatever you call that, the square.
Yeah, the light fixture.
Oh, no, it's actually this right here. So, okay, that's what it's hanging is
Oh, yeah.
the rafter or whatever. I guess it might look too suspicious if it's too close to the door.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems to be just part of the show, but also the way to get the darn thing open.
Angie had a cut on her face, too, right?
Let's see.
Yeah, a laceration on her forehead.
God. A small pool of blood has emanated from Angie's torso. This can't be from her forehead. This blood is from the back of her neck.
is this...
This blood is dry. It must have been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed. Maybe more. Ba? Well, how does that work?
I don't know. Maybe she'll tell us. That's weird.
The stab wound to the back of the neck is what is credited with being the fatal wound.
Yeah.
So that couldn't have been made first.
Yeah.
Well, that fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file. Is that a translation issue? I don't know.
Maybe?
I feel like it wouldn't be, but I'm not sure what to make of that. So I'll just ignore it for the moment. Wasn't a truth bullet after all.
That's true.
There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck. as well as a laceration on her forehead.
I knew it.
The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck. A sneak attack, most likely.
Well,
Then what do you make of the wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind?
but
But her two wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack?
Oh, yeah.
I suppose that would be unnecessary.
remember,
Also, the wound on her forehead looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. Wounds on the scalp, which like the forehead would be part of, bleed heavily, but don't actually cause that much damage. What is going on with these two wounds?
Are we sure this isn't a wax figure?
Huh?
We had really better figure that out, huh?
I mean, it should be easy to check.
huh?
But why would there be a wax figure of herself?
I don't have an answer for that.
Well, no, that is the body.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong, Maki?
Got a minute?
Move. Maki pushed me aside, then lifted Angie's body up by the shoulder.
Is this...
What's this doing crumpled underneath her body?
What is it?
This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here?
What the fudge?
I don't know, but it must be related to the case.
It looks like some of Angie's hair.
That's Angie's hair, all right. Look, their hair's stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's, right? Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What the heck could that mean?
Yeah, what?
But
I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her body.
So what?
It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did. Detecting, right?
okay.
Well, that's true. I still have a long way to go. Well, even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. Must be nice. So don't beat yourself up over it.
Okay.
Well then, it's a good thing you're used to corpses, Maki.
Do you want to die?
Sorry.
My foot is so tasty, just in my mouth. Oh,
I couldn't resist. Taste of barbecued foot, well seasoned. No, sir, I don't want to die.
Got a minute?
No, you don't need to apologize. I was joking too. Yeah, you say that, but do you know how to tell a joke? Because that didn't sound like one.
she's very good at deadpan humor.
Ba 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 ba. Wah 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 wah. Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. Best thing we got is the katana on the door.
Yeah.
Would there need to be anything else with the actual killing?
What do you mean?
We haven't gotten someone in the room yet,
Correct.
but we can get someone out of the room.
Yeah.
And if we can get someone in the room, which again we can't do yet, doesn't that mean that they could just stab Angie, rig everything up, use the hanging katana to open the door and then leave? Do the wounds or the duct tape really matter that much? Is there something else going on here that we're just not thinking about or noticing?
Very possibly.
If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Maki, what's wrong?
So what?
It's not that important, but the only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene. Is that a compliment or an insult?
Like I'd know.
You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy is useless.
Stop making fun of me!
No, she likes him.
I know.
Anyway, let's continue.
Off to the ultimate anthropologist lab.
Okay, that's
Got a minute?
everything. Is this really the time to rest? Who is resting? I don't think we found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up.
You're right.
Now, you're right. First, we should investigate the alternate anthropologist's lab. Kind of missed an O there. We may find a clue related to the katana and possibly something else.
That's true.
We need to check if the katana really did come from that place. Is something wrong, Maki?
By the way,
It just occurred to me, why am I acting like your partner?
sure, whatever.
Well, it's fine. Just don't get used to it. It has been a different set in every chapter so far,
Yeah.
which is interesting, huh?
Yeah.
But I assume it's going to be Maki from here on out.
Probably. Yeah.
Well, it's not as if I asked you to do it, but it's fine by me. It's true that Maki is a tremendous help to me. I just can't figure out what this would be for.
Well, I could think of a reason why someone might want strands of Angie's hair, say to perhaps utilize them in the summoning of her spirit.
Now that makes sense, but couldn't he have just gotten them right there? Wouldn't there be some far less...
I mean, yeah.
What is the tape for? Thinking about it, doesn't this seem really simple? There must be something really important that we just haven't gotten to yet.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, the way that we don't know how the killer got in there,
Right.
but the method of death is really straightforward,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we know how the killer left or have a strong idea. So that's most of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't figured out who it was, but I just mean, isn't that remarkably simplistic?
So far. Yeah.
But there's this duct tape that we don't really understand. And then there's that gold leaf katana right there. Oh no, that's just a
That's
scabbard.
the sheath. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the gold leaf katana is from Maki!
No.
Okay. By the way,
There are tons of weird-looking stuff in this place. Cannons, a floor of creepy dolls? I thought it was all a bunch of useless junk at first, but I guess it's not.
sure, whatever.
Sorry, don't mind me. A very long baseball bat? No, that's not a baseball bat. Yep. It's just the sheath. Earlier, the katana was inside the sheath.
Okay.
Maki, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here. I'm certain of it.
That's true.
Doesn't that make Korekiyo suspicious? This is his research lab, after all.
No.
Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it. And the labs are all open to everybody all day and all night.
Yeah.
That's true.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab, too. We really did expect that someone was going to go and get a weapon from Maki's lab.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you guys doing here? Did you find anything good? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance? You look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess that is your signature look.
Anyway,
I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back to get it.
Huh?
Something for the seance.
yeah.
Yep, that white sheet over there. Ooh, booga 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 booga. Excuse me. We brought the wooden dog statue and the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too.
What is it?
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Hey, don't ask me. I don't know why we need that stuff either.
So that means...
That's why I figured I'd go do a little research on the seance before I got the sheet.
All right.
Research? So, let's see. Kokichi took a look around and, filling his usual role as the person to move things along,
Yeah.
a role in which he has conspicuously been the entire time, which makes me think all the more that this whole thing is for his entertainment. I heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Yep, it says Cage Dog Village right here on the cover, so this must be it. Let's see, what does it say about the Caged Child seance? Kokichi flipped through the old book he picked up. Oh, is it this page? It's hard to read, but I can see the Caged Child is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Yep, Kyo's drawing is the same magic circle as the one in this picture.
Oh my.
Complicated. Okay, let's see. In order to perform the Caged Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium, and a dark place with no light.
If I remember correctly.
Just like Korekiyo said. First, draw the magic circle passed down from the Caged Dog Village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle, and rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterward, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet.
What?
And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage.
I see.
Also, it says we can't step on the magic circle during the preparations. The dog god? Do you mean the wooden dog statue?
Yeah.
When preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to create complete darkness. The seance will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the Caged Child song? I don't want to have to sing anything, man. After the song, ask, is the Caged Child, and then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit.
Oh yeah?
And that's all it says.
Oh yeah? So what you're telling me is that Korekiyo is going to mimic Angie's voice.
Ah! Well, I guess if Korekiyo had a good voice mimicry technique, he could have gotten Angie to open the door, thus gotten into the room.
Yep.
And then right here, he can respond as Angie.
Yep.
And say, and like pin it on...
Whoever.
Yeah, Shuichi, Maki,
Yeah.
Teiko. Awfully cynical for an anthropologist who claims to care about this stuff and believe in it. Well, that's assuming it's him, but doesn't all that make sense?
Yep.
That sounds unnecessarily complicated.
But
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say? Huh. That's an interesting philosophical point. One I do not have the brain power at present to go through, but, there's an argument for it, maybe. I mean, Occam's razor is good, simplicity is best, but there's something to it. Well, for instance, have you heard about how different bands, like touring bands, were so crazy because they demanded like an entire bowl full of nothing but brown M&Ms in their contract? You've never heard anything like that?
That actually does sound familiar.
Well, the thing is that wasn't just random or like catering to ridiculous artist stuff. You've got to understand, if you're touring, if you end up in a shoddy place, like on stage, like the equipment can kill or injure you. It has happened. Stages could collapse, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't likely,
Right.
but you never know. So what it was is that was the M&M's thing. I don't remember what band it was. The M&M's thing was put into the contract as a way of checking their attention to detail at the venue.
Ah, I see.
It was put into the contract because they could cancel the venue or they could cancel the concert legally and not have to pay any fees by violating the contract,
that's
which
clever.
was the bowl of brown M&Ms.
That's clever.
Because if they weren't going to do the bowl of brown M&Ms, who knows what other problems could have happened at the venue.
That's pretty clever.
Perhaps a more complicated plan might be able to succeed because the people executing it have to pay more attention to it, which makes it easier in the end and less likely to be foiled by negligence. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a guess. I don't even know if there's any truth to it or not. Anyway, whether it works or not, Kyo has been wanting to conduct this seance for a while. Doggedly. No!
Cage doggedly.
Since I was fortunate enough to obtain one of those copies, I have already memorized it. But I never thought I'd be able to lay eyes on the real one. What a trick of fate.
Right?
Oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he can conduct the seance without it.
But
But is that even possible? Contacting Angie's ghost? If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi? I'll even let you sing the song in my place.
huh?
Well, you know.
You should see how it plays out with your own eyes.
Hint, hint, hint.
See?
There's still time, you know. The seance hasn't even started yet.
That's true.
Maybe it is better if you join them. Kokichi appears to be trying to give you some sort of hint.
Huh?
You think so?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. But whether you believe or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens. As a detective, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now you're talking. Go forth. Entertain me.
All right.
Well, I'll be waiting for you. Of the 3 empty rooms, we're in the middle one. Kokichi spoke as though he was inviting me to go play, then left the room.
Alrighty.
Nothing else, huh? Well, so it goes. I suppose we'll stop then, because we're about to pass out unconscious. Also, I feel like I did every single line for the last I don't even know how long.
It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
You jerk. I will make you pay.